Hello and welcome to Kenyan Edge. In this video, we take a look at the success story of Equity Bank CEO, Dr. James Mwangi.
A great entrepreneur is made by determination, resilience, passion and enthusiasm for their purpose, and unfailing determination to wake up every morning to continue to pursue their pursuit or purpose. Essentially, entrepreneurs should be good in risk management so that they can be able to build on their past achievements without always falling down.
Dr. James Mwangi is one of the most prominent figures in Kenya. When a mention is made of Kenya's richest people, the banker is among the top cream. James Mwangi is a certified retail banker, an accountant, a business person, and an entrepreneur. He is the current group managing director and CEO of Equity Group Holdings PLC. Currently, Equity Bank has more than 9 million customers, making it the largest bank in terms of customer base in Africa. The billionaire is an industry leader, a mentor, and a known philanthropist through his many charity flagship projects, including the Wings to Fly program, among many other titles. This is a story of a man from humble beginnings who has risen to the very top. James Mwangi was born in 1962 in a tiny village called Nyagatugu in Kangema, Murang'a County. Mwangi was just in time for a major occurrence in the country, the independence. The struggle for independence would cost him personally. His father was killed in the Mau Mau conflict, leaving Mwangi and his 6 siblings to be raised by their widowed mother, Grace Wairimu.
I do come from a very humble background, brought up by a widowed lady who had not gone to school and had 8 kids to educate.
He witnessed the struggles in his family and community at an early age. This inspired him to better his circumstances. Mwangi credits his mother for instilling the virtues of discipline, hard work, giving back to society, and humility from a tender age. Having never been to school herself, Wairimu, Mwangi's mother, was adamant that all her children, including girls, must study. A very controversial decision at the time. It paid off, and by the time Grace died at the age of 98, she had seen her son's success as well as her grandchildren.
I do come from a very humble background, brought up by a widowed lady who had not gone to school and had 8 kids to educate.
Amidst the challenges, Mwangi found solace in education. He attended Nyagatugu Primary School, a village school in Kangema. He went on to Ichagaki Secondary School on a government scholarship, after which he joined Kagumo High School for his A-levels. He then joined the University of Nairobi, graduating with a Bachelor's of Commerce degree. Thereafter, he sat for and passed the Certified Public Accountant of Kenya examinations. He is also a graduate of the Advanced Management Program at the IESE Business School in Barcelona, Spain. Mwangi is a true academic giant whose achievements have been widely registered, recognized, awarded, and even studied. Indications that Mwangi was entrepreneurial stretch back to his childhood days in the village, where he really cut his teeth in business. His large family sold milk, tea, charcoal, and fruits to stay afloat. It was an important training ground for him. Little did he know that he would go on to conquer the world of banking. After university, Mwangi began his career as an auditor with Ernst & Young in Nairobi. 4 years later, he moved on to the now defunct Trade Bank Group. Over a brief career at the bank, he climbed the ranks from teller to group financial controller. However, just as things were looking up, a familiar face came calling. In 1993, the Equity Building Society, the precursor to Equity Bank, was in trouble with debt on its books. Its founder and chairman, Dr. Peter Munga, had known Mwangi as a boy and was convinced that the young banker was his only hope. By then, Equity had been declared insolvent and was facing dissolution, ranked position 66 out of 66 by its regulator, the Central Bank of Kenya. Mwangi joined Equity Building Society as the Finance and Operations Director, a position he held until 2004 when he became the CEO. Together with the then Managing Director John Mwangi and the chairperson Peter Munga, they constituted the board. It is then Mwangi converted his 7 million shillings deposit at the time with the Equity Building Society to ordinary shares, making him one of the key shareholders. The company was losing 5 million shillings annually and at the time had accumulated total losses of 33 million shillings. It is true that Dr. James Mwangi is the oil that has kept the Equity Bank's engine running. The founder, Peter Munga, receives a lot of credit, and rightly so, for his visionary decision to poach Mwangi from Trade Africa at only 31 years. By then, Mwangi had risen to the Director of Strategy at Trade Bank by the age of 28. He already had built a reputation being a sharp young man who was good at analytics and bold decision-making. On Mwangi's part, this was an emotive decision and a leap of faith. He did the unthinkable by leaving a well-paying job to take on what was a sinking ship. At the time, Equity was wallowing in mounting debt, unpaid salaries, dwindling membership, and declining staff morale. It was up to Mwangi to turn this around. In an interview with Forbes, Mwangi said that he realized then Equity was in a such bad state. It had not done any debt reconciliation, it had not published accounts for 3 years, and it had not had a board meeting for over 2 years. With everything at stake, it was his entrepreneurial skill that would eventually get Equity out of insolvency. Most of the staff did not have skills, but they had enthusiasm. Equity did not have a meaningful product to sell then. Mwangi began by retraining the organization's remaining staff in the ethos that would later come to define them: customer care. The then 12,000 customers were accorded with dignity they deserved, breathing new life into the institution. Customers felt valued and continued to patronize the building society. On their side, staff felt confident and empowered, even least working long hours. By 1997, the clientele had almost tripled to 32,000. By 2005, Equity's client accounts had grown exponentially to 482,000 people. These efforts would slowly but surely pay off, giving birth to what had come to be famously known as the Mwangi model. By 1997, Equity had cleared its debts, encouraged staff and customers to begin purchasing shares in the company. This time around, Mwangi made sure that records were meticulously kept. 3 decades after Mwangi made his debut, Equity Group is the largest bank in East and Central Africa region with assets of over $11.2 billion. It is also the biggest bank in deposits. Currently, the bank has more than 9 million customers, making it the largest bank in terms of customer base in Africa and having nearly half of bank accounts in Kenya. The group has a footprint of many branches and an extensive adoption of digital banking channel. Under James Mwangi, Equity Bank has achieved several milestones. In 2004, Equity Bank acquired a banking license, converting it to a fully fledged commercial bank. In 2006, the bank was listed in the Nairobi Securities Exchange. In 2007, the bank became the most highly capitalized in East and Central Africa. In 2009, the group's stock was cross-listed on the Uganda's Securities Exchange and Rwanda's Stock Exchange. In 2015, the group commenced operations in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. By now, Equity Group has subsidiaries in 6 countries and a commercial representative office in Ethiopia. Mwangi is married to Jane Mwangi. The Equity CEO has been married to Jane for more than 30 years. The couple is blessed with 4 children. During his time at Equity, the CEO has started several initiatives to help the less privileged in the society. The programs include the Wings to Fly program, which pays secondary school fees for top but needy students. Also, a mentorship program where they take the top boy and girl in KCSE in every region with an Equity Bank branch. The mentees are put through a 1-year mentorship and training course so as to develop their leadership skills. His family's notable contributions include $4 million in donations to support the COVID-19 response in Kenya, Rwanda, and Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. Another $1 million to set up a business incubation center at Meru University of Science and Technology. Being one of the top CEOs in the country, Dr. James Mwangi has bagged some awards. Some of them include the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year, the Africa Philanthropic Award, Africa Bank of the Year in 2010, 2011, and 2018, Forbes Africa Person of the Year in 2009. He is also a recipient of the Uzalendo Award. In 2011, he received the Chief of the Order of Burning Spear, CBS. In 2006, he received the Moran of the Burning Spear. And in 2004, the Head of State Commendation. Equity Group Chief Executive disclosed that he would retire the earliest in 2032. What is the one thing you like about James Mwangi? Let us know in the comment section. Thank you for watching.